children, welcome to all of you to my class. As we know, the virus is spreading. All over, we have to stay home to stay safe. But we can't ignore a big responsibility of our life. That is study. Study simply means gaining knowledge. I think no one from you would like to miss even a single state of your student's life. So, we have decided to help you. Not always online live, but even if we are not teaching you, our guidance will be there for you whenever you want it. We will prepare online classes on various topics. Let's start with the parts of a cell. Cell. A cell is a basic structural, functional and biological unit of all known living organisms, and cells are often called the building blocks of life. The word cell is derived from Latin cella, meaning small room. The basic component of a cell are cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. The various components present within the cell are known as cell organelles. All these components are special and specific to their functions. Organelles found in both plant and animal cells like mitochondria, lysosome, etc. The entire content of living cell is known as protoplasm. It is a liquid substance which is present inside the cell membrane. It includes the cytoplasm and the nucleus and other organelles. Protoplasm is made up of four elements: carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. It also contains some other elements like water, carbohydrate, protein, fat, nucleic acid and mineral salt. A unique combination of elements and compounds provide living nature of protoplasm. Now we will discuss about the structure and function of the cell, and we will talk about plant cell and animal cell. Animal cell, which is most of the time oval. Plant cell, which is most of the time hexagonal or other geometrical shape. Every cell is covered by a thin sheet of skin which is called cell membrane. The cytoplasm and nucleus are enclosed within the cell membrane. It is also called plasma membrane. It is living part of cell, thin, delicate and elastic. This membrane separates cells from one another and also the cell from surrounding medium. It is selectively permeable and porous, means it allows the flow of limited substances in and out of the cell. Then one more thing, it gives shape to the cell. Now come to the plants. In addition to the cell membrane, in plant cell membrane is covered by an outer thick layer of membrane called cell wall. A cell wall is an additional covering over the cell membrane in plant cells. This membrane is made up of cellulose. Cell wall gives shape and rigidity to the cells. It also holds the plant cell together and gives plant most of their strength. Now, why? Because plants need protection against variations in temperature, high wind speed, atmospheric moisture, etc. Since plants are fixed at a place, so they cannot move to protect themselves from the various changes in their surrounding. The tough cell wall provide protection to plant. So we can say cell membrane is a living structure, whereas cell wall is not a living structure, it is dead. Second one, the cell wall is absent in animal cell. It is only present in plant cell. Now, come to next organelle called vacuoles. What is vacuole? Vacuoles are storage bubbles of irregular shapes which are found in cells. Plant cell usually have a large vacuole filled with a liquid called cell sap. Cell sap contains dissolved sugar and salts. Vacuole in plant cell keep the cell firm or turgid. Animal cell may or may not have vacuoles. The number of vacuoles are less in the animal cell. If they do have vacuoles, they are much smaller than the ones found in plant cells. Vacuoles in animal cells store food, water, sugar, minerals and waste product of the cell. By the presence of vacuole, we can immediately identify that whether it is plant cell or animal cell when we see in microscope. Now, next important part of the cell is nucleus. It is very important component of the living cell. It covers the major part of the cell. It is generally dense and spherical organelle and located in the center of the cell. But in plants, there is no space for nucleus in the center, and that is the reason in plants nucleus is shifted towards periphery, means edge. It can be seen easily with the help of a microscope. Nucleus is separated from the cytoplasm by a membrane called the nuclear membrane. This membrane is also porous, means they have pores, and allows the movement of materials between the cytoplasm and inside the nucleus. This gap, this pore is known as nucleopore or nuclear pore. The nucleus contains an even smaller concentrated material called nucleolus. It is also present in plant cell. Nucleus also contain thread-like structure called chromosomes, or you can say chromatids. They carry genes and help in inheritance or transfer of characters from the parents to the offspring. The chromosomes can be seen only when the cell divides. Gene. Gene is a unit of inheritance in living organism. Gene controls the transfer of hereditary characteristics from parents to offspring. This means that our parents pass on some of their characteristic features to us through their genes. It is the gene inherited from our parent which are responsible for our body features like color of eye, look of hair, shape of nose, our complexion, our appearance, etc. Nucleus acts as the control center of the activities of the cell. That is why it is also called brain of the cell. Without nucleus, cell can neither survive nor show specialized activities. Do you know? Blood cells have no nucleus. Now, next structure is mitochondria. Mitochondria are rod-shaped organelles with a double membrane. It is present in animal as well as plant cell. The outer membrane is smooth while the inner membrane folds over many times to form cristae. Cristae increase the surface area of the inner membrane by several times. Matrix is the fluid inside the mitochondria. Mitochondria acts as energy production sites and hence are known as powerhouse of the cell. It releases the energy in the form of ATP. But remember, the number of mitochondria depends upon the amount of energy required by the organ. If amount of energy by animal cell is more, the number of mitochondria will be more. Next organelle is Golgi bodies. It is smooth, flattened, set-like structure called cisternae, stacked together in parallel rows to form Golgi bodies. Golgi cisternae surface receive proteins from endoplasmic reticulum and modifies, packages and stores it. The Golgi apparatus are responsible for the secretion of enzymes, hormones and proteins. It is also present in plant cell, but here they are known as dictyosomes. It also dispatches protein in vesicles to various destinations. Next organelle is endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a network of canals made up of membranes that encloses a fluid filled lumen. It is a membranous organelle. It is found in all eukaryotic cells. The endoplasmic reticulum is divided into two types based on their physical and functional properties like smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now what is rough endoplasmic reticulum? It is lined with ribosomes and hence look rough. It plays a key role in synthesis of protein as ribosomes secrete protein in the cells are attached to it. The surface appears rough, that is why it is known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum means it does not have any ribosomes and hence looks smooth. It plays a key role in synthesis of lipids. Lipid means fat. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum is involved in the synthesis of phospholipids, the main lipid in cell membranes, and are very important in the process of metabolism. They also transport the products of rough endoplasmic reticulum to other cell parts like the Golgi apparatus. Now the next important organelle is lysosome. Lysosomes are sac-like structures surrounded by single layered membranes. They contain powerful digestive enzymes that can break down all organic material. It acts as a mini digestive system within the cell. Lysosome digest damaged cells and a variety of extra and intracellular material. They also remove the old and damaged or dead organelles from the cell and thus protect the cell from further damage. Since they remove cell organelles, they are worn out or are not functioning properly and may even digest the entire cells that are damaged or dead. They are also known as suicidal bags. Now one more important thing is that these lysosomes mainly present in animal cell. This may rarely present in plant cell. The one more important organelle is centrosome. Centrosome or centriole. They are present only in animal cell. It does not present in plant cell. Centrioles help in the division of cells. Next important organelle is plastid. Plastids are tiny colored structure that are found only in plant cell. With double layered membrane, these organelles are found in cytoplasm of the cell. They are of two types. Depending on the color of the pigment they contain. Leucoplast, these colorless organelles store starch or other plant nutrient. For example, starch stores in potato cells. Plastids carry pigments of various colors like orange, red, green and even color are called chromoplasts. These contain different color pigments. Most important type of chromoplast is chloroplast, which contain green color pigment called chlorophyll. The plastid which carry green color pigment, that is chlorophyll, is called chloroplast. Chloroplasts are the sites where photosynthesis takes place. That is why they are called food factories of the cell. Plastids are found only in plant cell. They will not found in animal cell. All the organelles exist in a cytoplasm. What is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is the jelly-like substance which fills the cell between the cell membrane and the nucleus. Cytoplasm is a kind of chemical factory of the cell. Here, new substances are built from materials taken into the cell, and energy is released and stored. In fact, most of the chemical reactions which keep the cell alive take place in cytoplasm. The various structures present in the cytoplasm of a cell called cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, etc. The cytoplasm and the nucleus together make up the protoplasm. One more important organelle, that is ribosome. Ribosomes are spherical bodies made up of RNA, that is ribonucleic acid, and protein enzyme. They do not have membranes and are present separately in cytoplasm. Ribosomes are the sites where the protein synthesis means formation, take place. That is why they are called protein factories of the cell. So, this is the basic structure of animal cell and plant cell. All the cells have these structures. They have cell membrane, large vacuole, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. But difference too. What are these differences? Let I tell you. Animal cell. In animal cell, cell wall is absent, whereas in plant cell wall is present. The next organelle is vacuole. Animal cell, vacuoles are small and less in number, whereas in plant cell they are very large. Large vacuoles are present. Nucleus. In animal cell, nucleus covers the entire center place, means nucleus is in the center. Whereas in plant cell, nucleus is towards periphery because the size of vacuole is very large. That is why nucleus is towards periphery, that is at edge. Now one more important organelle, that is plastid. In animal cell, plastids are absent. Plastids are food factories. They are different colors. So they are only present in plant cell. Plastids are present in plant. That is the basic difference between animal cell and plant cell. Another organelle, centrosome. Centrosome is present in animal cell, whereas it is absent in plant cell. Now next organelle is Golgi bodies. Golgi complex present in animal cell. In plant cell it is also present, but here it is known as rectiosomes. Lysosomes are present only in animal cell. They are absent in plant cell. Now I think this is very clear that all the structure present in cell are known as cell organelles, and liquid which is filled in cell is known as cytoplasm. We have also learned about nucleus and various organelles. We also discussed about the difference between plant cell and animal cell. Now, we discuss about organelles in detail in next class. Thank you.